You're listening to Unmuted with Papamutes.
Now, where is the romance in asking a woman where she wants to go? Take me somewhere I've never been.
Welcome to Papamutes, everybody. Today I'm super excited to have on the podcast Leslie Goyette, writer, director, and Michele Englehart, producer of the independent film Maysville. Maysville is a period piece and 1920s coming-of-age feature-length thriller. What I liked about this movie is what all good films should have in common, and that is caring about the characters, relating to the characters, and wanting to see their journey. That's the key. Maysville is well photographed, edited, and the pacing keeps the story moving forward. They're coming to me from across the nation. Leslie from Portland, Oregon, and Michele from Seattle, Washington. Leslie and Michele, welcome to Papamutes.
Thank you.
Having us.
In a nutshell, what's it about?
So it's set back in the 1920s. It's a period film. We call it a period coming of age film. Some people
Okay, coming of age. There you go. Okay.
It's about starts out with two boys who are really good friends growing up in a rural, poor area in Appalachia.
Damn it, Willie. You always die first. I never get to die first. Come on. Come back. Can't you tell my legs are full of shrapnel?
And a tragic accident happens that sets up the whole film. And one of the kids is blamed for the accident and is taken hostage by the other kid's dad. And he's basically a slave to the other kid's dad to pay a penance for this accident. And he's a slave for quite a few years. And was not treated well, to say the least. And he eventually breaks out to reconnect with his family.
I see.
And that's that's what it's about.
So a coming of age, kid goes through some trauma, and he's trying to get out of that, obviously.
Yeah.
How long, Leslie, did it take you to write the script? When you say script, I'm assuming screenplay or...
Yeah. Well, what's crazy is that when I sat down and I was, you sat down and you make a little outline and this is kind of how it's going to go. And then all of a sudden, once I started writing, it came really fast. And I would say I had the first draft within 2 weeks of the entire story. Now it did grow and evolve from the original script as, you get feedback.
Sure.
And, you should let as many good readers read it as you can.
Of course.
And I did that. And I got a lot of feedback. And so we had to make some changes, which I did. But initially, it came really quick. It was really, really, really easy to write. I've been a closet writer my whole life. I've always been terrified to ever let anyone see, to ever read anything I ever write. Because I compare it to letting someone see you naked.
Yeah, well, that's...
Because letting someone, read what you write, it's such an insight into who you are as an individual. Do they think you're crazy? Do they think you're warped and twisted? Do they think that, it's personal, very personal. So this was the big deal for me the first time I reached out and let Michele read the script.
Now, from the, you get this idea to the final edit where it's done and you're ready to show people. What time frame are we talking? A year, 2 years? From the very first thought to, wow, it's done. Now we need to show people.
Oh,
approximately.
3 years.
Oh, 3 years? Okay.
3 years.
Now, where was it shot?
Oh, where was it shot? It was shot in halfway equidistant between Leslie and me. So Portland and Seattle are about 3 hours from each other. We found the perfect location, an hour and a half from our houses, so between us, in twin towns of Centralia and Chehalis, Washington.
Okay.
They're historic towns. We're so fortunate to come across these towns because I don't think the movie would have been made, or certainly been made as well as it was without us discovering these towns and filming there, because the community down there supported us 110% to get this film made. I think we did a really good job at reaching out to the community there ahead of filming. We held a fundraiser, what we wanted to be a fundraiser. It turned out it was a fundraiser, but we got much more out of it than just making a little money to help with the film. We got a ton of other resources out of that dinner fundraiser, and we had over 100 people attend, and they gave us so much. Like, we found all our locations, barn to burn down if we wanted. 2 of them, right, Leslie?
Wow.
You got 2 barns to burn down, volunteers.
Movies, a lot of stuff.
Right? Movies cost a lot of money.
Even small ones. I mean, not to disrespect your movie, but even a smaller.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's a miracle to get a movie made.
It takes so many people.
Exactly, right.
So many people. You may see 2 people on screen, but there's 30 people standing around ready to move a light, to move a flag, to move to get another lens, or you've got your hair and your makeup team, and then you've got your costumer that's going to run over and readjust the collar how it was back at the beginning of the scene for another take.
Continuity.
It's just, it takes so many people to just shoot one little scene. We did an Indiegogo campaign, which is much like a Kickstarter.
Okay.
But Indiegogo is mostly known for independent films and filmmakers.
Oh yeah.
So we had a very successful Indiegogo campaign, which helped us get a certain dollar amount. And then we got, during the actual production part of it, while we were filming it, we got a sponsorship through Fractured Atlas that gave us a 501c3 sponsorship that allowed us, and I should let my producer talk more about this, because that allowed people to donate to us.
Okay.
With a tax write-off.
Okay.
And then we had the dinner that Michele mentioned earlier. So we had 3 different fundraisers that got us just through the dollar amount that we needed to film it.
Yeah, so we had 2 options that we talked about seriously. One was to just do a short film, a really good short film, with the setup of the story. The first 15 minutes of the story could logically be turned into a short film.
Okay.
Or do the feature film. And Leslie's more of a risk taker than me. So in my head, I really just wanted to do the short film. And that's usually what how filmmakers get started. They do short films to showcase what they can do in order to get funding and support for a feature-length film. But I think we were just good enough with the fundraising that it gave at least Leslie the idea that, we need to go for broke. We need to make this feature film. And that's basically what she said. I'm going to make a feature film. Are you coming with me? Because we did do a good job. We took about 6 months to fundraise, which I think was our smartest move, or just a move that, a lot of filmmakers don't do that phase or take the time and the energy to do a fundraising phase like we did. So I think, we did well enough to convince ourselves to go for the feature. So, but it wasn't just the money that we raised; it was also everything that we found in the communities where we filmed. That we were able to get so much basically for free. Our props, we borrowed antique cars. All our locations were free. We got free meals from the restaurants.
Yummy, yeah. I like that. Free beer? I guess not. Not free beer.
I don't remember the free beer. That would have been good.
It was hustle. Yes, we did fundraising. There was a lot of hustle between Michele and I. We attended all these car shows, and we befriended all of these people with these classic cars and said, hey, would you be willing? I don't have any money to give you, but would you be willing to put your car in our movie? And the people would graciously say yes. And God bless them. They'd be on set for 12 hours, and they'd be sitting on one side of the street with their little camp chairs while we were shooting. And then we'd say, okay, now we're going to get the reverse. Can you move your camp chair to the other side of the street? And they sat there for 12 hours with their car.
They enjoyed the experience. Yeah, exactly.
They were so wonderful. So there was a lot of hustle that, getting out there, making those connections. and, you know, finding people that would be willing to help us